The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. I hope you had a safe and very blessed holiday weekend here. If you're in the States, we had a Memorial Day weekend. So I hope that you took the time to appreciate what the holiday was about and to have your own restoration and balance. Now we're kicking into our summertime season here in the States, basically the Northern Hemisphere. But you know, I'm saying all that because there's just interesting dynamics here. We're at the halfway point. We're almost to June, and we're going to talk about the insights, the energy, and angel guidance, messages, insights, whatever you want to call it, really, for June. Like, what is this new truths are about to come out? Well, it's not something scary. I mean, what's the first thing you think when you hear new truths coming out? Do you go, oh, what's that mean? You know, it's a reaction to what we're so used to with it being so tough. And we're going to learn through this energy that's been shifting and coming in for us that we don't have to be like that. We don't have to be, think the worst case scenario. It's like a defense that we've put up over hundreds of thousands of years, honestly, to protect ourselves, because it's like, wait, what's that mean? You know, how many of you do that if you think about it? I mean, I even catch myself doing it sometimes because it's just been passed down from one generation to the next to be like, whoa. Same time, we don't want to throw discernment out the window. We don't want to throw our awareness out the window. You do need to be aware. You do need to be paying attention to your surroundings. You do need to be paying attention to what's going on for you, or how you or what your choices are doing that are affecting your environment, your reality, the people around you. How are people responding to you? Things like that. That's an awareness. That's all part of spiritual awakening. Regardless of what you believe or don't believe, that's just part of awakening to a deeper consciousness, awareness of little things, you know, things you just stepped right over and didn't pay attention to before, you're paying attention to right now. So I thought, what a great topic. And June really is a little bit of a breather for you to catch your breath. When I went into the energy, I noticed that I kept getting a 4. It's a 3 energy through the year. It's a 3 energy, all this 3, you know. We have a new moon coming up on June 3rd, but I was getting a 4. I go, well, the 4 is a balance. That's a balancing. It made sense. It's a communication from the universe that the year 3 is a balance of mind, body, soul. And the 4 is balance all of that. So they play harmoniously together. So they work in your best interests. So you flourish, so you can be your best self. So the insights are still Archangel Gabriel. They are more of a healing with Raphael today. And it comes in, June comes in at the very beginning of the month. I want to put this out there just so it makes sense. June is the very beginning with the new moon. It's refreshing, it's lighter, it's more positive, brighter. You feel more optimistic. You feel, you know, This is a good energy for me to work some things out where I'm not feeling so heavy with my emotions and sensitivities, because we have been through the ringer on that. And that loops and washes and fades in and out, okay? Just so you know, it'll come back, but where we have to process those things. But we have been working really hard. And the very beginning of June is take a break, lighten up. Have some fun, okay? If you've been working really hard, take a break. It could be a stay-at-home vacay. It could be you're just going to not do your same routine that you push. You're just going to take that day off and actually have a day off, and feel like you did something for yourself. It's really important. It's kind of highlighting that. It's in the first part of the month, okay? So then there's also what I really think is cool is it gives us opportunity in a positive, lighter, optimistic energy to really look at our inner truth, our inner landscape, and what we believe in. I mean, do you have beliefs that are so dug in and you have opinions or perspectives? Perspective comes up. Your perception of something. Do you believe it? That this is the way it should be and that's it? Your heels are dug in. And is it working? Okay, then you're on track, fine. Is it causing more obstacle and stress and disconnect? And this energy really wants you to look and explore, how do you really feel about your beliefs in some of these things? Do you feel like you're starting to question them? Do you feel that you're starting to, my perspective and my opinion is blah, blah, blah. And then you hear there's these, it doesn't feel like it's the same. You're not having that deep rooted in it, or you're questioning it. This is a good energy to do that in, where it won't be so hard. It'll be easier. This energy makes it easier to evaluate where you stand. Do you need to change your mind? Do you need to change your belief? Do you need to let it go? Do you need to hang on to it? No, it's working. This is where I want to be, that kind of thing. Is it coming from your ego? If you feel the second guessing, your soul might be saying, let's evaluate this and let's look at this. It might be something you've done your whole life, or that's just how you know it. And it doesn't have to be so negative, because some of this energy all the energy is about changing us or helping us grow through things. But this energy is a lighter, it just doesn't feel so heavy to work with things like that. So while you're taking a break, and if you have the thoughts coming up like, I don't know if I want to keep pushing so hard in that direction, maybe I should, think about it. Go there, explore it. Don't stress. Don't try to have an answer right away. Just, ponder it, reflect on it. Look at it. Look at your pros and cons with it. See where you want to be. You may find that you're ready to do something completely different, or you're finding that grip that it had on you where you just could not change, you can now. There might be some really nice surprises in there that you weren't aware of because you haven't had time to look. So that's what the first part of June is. Now, Gabriel is all about communication. Of course, the angel of, the messenger angel. Gemini, that energy, that moon coming in on June 3rd is a Gemini moon, which is all about communication. Get your facts, your figures, get your data in place. And we talked quite a bit about that last week. If you didn't hear that one, you might want to check that out. But that's really where we are right now, is we're going into, let's figure out where we want to be. Let's get our homework done. Let's get our information in place. And so here you've got, I need stats, I need figures, I need information so I can make a choice. I need to regroup, things like that. This energy is about that in the first half of June, okay? And it's kind of getting us ready for things to come because we have an eclipse season coming later. But this particular energy helps you rejuvenate and regroup and strengthen. It's kind of like you strengthen and you rest when you're ill physically. You build up your immune system, and this is like your spiritual stamina, your spiritual fitness. I call it spiritual fitness. It gives you a chance to rest, take a break, clear your mind, regroup, reorganize, maybe update the information you have. That one just came in. Okay, I said Gabriel and Raphael. Well, that was Michael. He just went. He always does this. I feel like this. Do you ever notice that I go toward the camera like that? I feel like he literally just goes, hey, time for updating the information you have, upgrading. Like maybe you have the old manual, get a newer one. Go see if there's been improvements in something where you always thought it was only this way. And now maybe it's different. That's what I'm talking about with this. So now we have a few other things going on, and I'm going to talk about it because facts, figures, awakening to your truth, new truths coming out within you come from the work I just talked about. When I talk about balancing, rejuvenating, doing a little digging, getting your knowledge base there, doing your homework, that's investing in yourself. That's investing in your truth. That's investing to when it's time to make a choice or a decision or change directions. You're knowledgeable. You're prepared to do it, and you'll have more confidence with it. So, things like that, really good time right now with the new moon coming into doing that. And it's a Gemini moon, so it's all about your communication, not just with others, but with yourself. Do you listen? And then how do you communicate and put your energy out into the world? Are you clear? Do they understand what the heck you're trying to say? Do they know? I mean, sometimes I feel like that too. And it is really normal to feel like, wait, I'm not sure. We have had some energies that's held us up. We've had retrogrades. We've had an intense Mars energy, which is kind of like your Aries, intense, aggressive, go do it, go. If you felt more irritable, if you felt more impatient, more intolerant in the last month, that one rolled in and got intense around April 20. That's easing up on the 12th of June. So on the 12th of June, that goes back to that normal pace that it has. So you won't feel as pushed and driven and, I just can't do this right now. I can't tolerate, If you've been feeling like that, that should ease. If you're still feeling like that around June 12, you might want to evaluate some areas that need some healing and releasing. That tells me and indicates to me that there's some pent-up energy that needs to be released and healed or let go of, or why are we trying to control things we can't control? That's usually the kicker that will trigger that one. So other than that, we have a lot of information to talk about. We're talking about your personal inner truth, how you can discover that new one. Now, think about it. A truth for one may be completely different to the truth for another. Do we accept that? Are we aware that the truth for me is going to be very different than the truth for you, or vice versa, or however that works? Is that making sense? Because everybody looks at things differently. There's different perspectives. There's different perception and comprehension. There's different ways people look at things. And then you throw in looking at it positive or negative. Do you look at things positively? Are you more of an optimistic person naturally? Or do you think the worst case, are you more pessimistic? That gives a whole new spin on it. That gives a completely different spin on how you're perceiving your world. And so what would feel like the truth for you, if somebody's looking at it from a completely different lens, that's not what they're seeing. So being aware of that helps tremendously for you to be in your space the way you want it to be. So let me say a quick hello to my buddies over in the YouTube live chat. If you guys want to join, we have YouTube on. We are live streaming over there. We're also live streaming on Facebook through Transformation Talk Radio, their Facebook page, and I've shared it on my Facebook pages for you. We have live chats over there too, and the station will help me with that if anything comes in. But I have YouTube over on my website. That's JennRoyster.com if you want to check that out, or you can just go straight to my Jenn Royster YouTube channel. We have the live chat over there. I want to say hello to everyone there. We have David, Kelly, Megan from New Zealand. I think she's the one from New Zealand. We have Amal. Hello, Amal. We have Jill. We have Shadana. Oh, wow, we have a few, don't we? And we have a few questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to go catch up on what everybody's saying and catch up on the conversation over there, see if there's any questions. Guys, share your experiences. Sometimes you don't have a question. You may have experienced something really cool. Share it, because we're all on this spiritual awakening path. If we're all joining up with this show, that's what we're doing. It's all about metaphysics, the angelic realm, energy healing, and our spiritual awakening. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching the video of the Jenn Royster Show. We will be right back.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
welcome back to the show. We're going to dive in. I've been over there catching up on the chat, so I want to say hello and acknowledge everyone. We have somebody new, and welcome to Jill. Looks like David's over there helping me. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for that, David. David is awesome. He is in our angel retreat, and he is just a very interactive and great soul over there, and I just want to give him a kudo for that. Shadana, hi, Shadana. Shadana's been with us for years. She's been with us for like the whole show, I think, since we started it. So it's always good to see her too. We have, let's see, do have a question. Oh, Jill says this is her first time watching the show. She watched a video the other day and she loved it. Well, thank you. And we're thrilled to have you with us in our listening and viewing family. She is from Canada, so we have her. We have lots of people from Canada, actually. So welcome to you, Jill. She has, she watched the video on Archangel Ariel. Ariel is a great angel. That one's been coming up a lot lately. I've had a few questions with Ariel. But for me, I have a lot of connection with animals or power animals, spirit guides that way. And it doesn't matter, insects, animals, all of that. If I want to know something that way, it will happen. And it's like a communication. So she's talking that she saw 3 porcupines in the last 3 days. Okay, you got 3 porcupines, 3 days. There's your 3s. That's a 3-3. And she's been trying to figure out all the meaning. Oh, how interesting. How interesting. Well, porcupine, it's got the pokey outer shell, kind of, protection, but it's actually a very gentle, positive message, but it's also a heads up. Porcupine is, don't be afraid to open your heart and enjoy the things you did as a child. Even if there wasn't great things in your childhood, there's still something that was a positive moment for you. It's like reconnecting to that part of you because it's close to what your soul and your soul passions are. If you guys didn't realize that, if you really get back to the beginning of you, it's before it all got reprogrammed and trained to be different, Then we go through things that aren't so positive and it kind of puts us on guard. It's also a time to let go of some guilt and shame. Porcupine has that message like, don't be afraid of it. Find a way to open your heart and feel safe. That's part of that message. And the threes are coming in because it's the body, mind, soul balance. When it's powered up with a 2, like there's 2 of them because it was 3 in 3 days, that's the way I'm seeing that message straight up. That always intensifies the meaning of the 3. So it's a great message for you to, connect with the things that bring joy to your heart. And don't be ashamed of them. Don't be feeling guilty because you want to take some time for yourself. So that's what I'm picking up from that. And I just wanted to share that with you. We have Amal is from Egypt. Well, welcome to you. Welcome. Wow, we've got people from all over the world. How awesome is that? I love that about being able to do this because it feels like we're just all one as a world, not separated into different countries and rules and laws. So I just want to welcome you too. That's great to have you with us. Now, let me keep going because there's quite a bit, like with this truth, which goes right along with what Jill's question was. When we're going in for our inner truth, we don't want to be afraid that truth really wants us to do things that really that truth is going to connect you with your joy, with doing the, who you are, just not being afraid to be that. And it's a little bit weird for a lot of people right now. The majority of people that are just waking up to this, they're so used to putting on a face to the world to just be polite, have good manners, all that stuff. You don't have to throw good manners and consideration out the window. You just don't want to be afraid to be honest. You don't want to be afraid to, you don't want to be pretend, because if we can tap into that, now we attract and draw in, this is metaphysics, I'm talking perspective, law of attraction. when we put the energy out of who we truly are, now we attract that in. If you've always wondered, why can't I attract relationships that work for me? Are you putting out who you really are? Because if your energy going out is the mask, not actually you, that's what you're sharing that you want back. And it may not be. It might be, I'm just tolerating this, so I'm going to be like this. And then that's just what you bring in back. So it's not like you did anything wrong. It's nobody's fault. It's how you have the power inside to tweak and change that. So I really like that. I mean, that's a very cool one. So, here's the thing. It's never too late to start something new, start over. It's never too late to look at things differently, to change your perspective, which this energy is about. It's never too late, ever. It's never too late. It's just, you should be feeling that, I think I do want to reevaluate where I want to go with this. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to do anything on it, but you might want to take some time and look at that. Because when you go back over the way you were doing it, if you keep doing things the same way, you get the same result. You've heard that before a lot. It's kind of a poster now. If you approach something the same way and you're expecting a different result, that's going to take a long time before you ever see that. If you probably won't. You have to kind of change the angle. You have to change the perspective. You have to shift how you're approaching it. Then you get a different result. And that's where you can discover new truths. You can discover things about yourself that you had no idea you were capable of. You can discover, gosh, I'm glad that broke, whatever it might be, I'm glad that happened so I could find this, wow, I would have never found that. I would have never gone looking. That kind of thing is a different approach that will help you uncover truths that are very important for you right now. So, like I said, on April 20, the energy of Mars that's been a little bit aggressive and intense and impatient, that'll ease up, should help quite a bit, okay? So if there's been anger or just irritability, that should ease up for you. Now, if you want to take a deeper look, on the guidance, look at, if you want to see why you were triggering, why you were having this reaction under that energy. You know what I mean? It's not going to shift until June 12th, so you got a few more days of it. Look back between, right around April 20, look at these last couple of weeks to see, what was going on in your life. Pay attention to the clues that it was popping up for you. Because even though that was causing that a little bit more, it's helping you. It's helping you to weed out some of the areas that are holding you back, causing some of the areas of your life that keep you from moving forward. What's causing your, discomfort. This helps you. This is positively helping you. But you have to see what it is to know what you want to let go of or fix, right? So then what we have is, we have on the 17th of June, we got the full moon, and that comes in Sagittarius. Now, this is a really cool, beautiful full moon coming up for June. And, in upcoming shows, we'll talk a little bit more on these little highlights of June that I'm talking about. But when I look at this with the angels, they are telling me, embrace the moment of now. They are saying, just bask in this moment of timeout, reflective. Gabriel is a really good one to ask for some clarity, help me with my communication, help me to be clear with myself, help me to hear my soul's calling kind of thing. If you simply ask and that energy of the angel comes to work with you, if you start to see spirit guides in animal form, insect form, anything like that, pay attention to what it is you saw. Take your notes. If you dream of one, That's very significant. If you dream, pay attention to your dreams. When we're going through shifts like this, it can really shift things a lot. I think it was a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to remember when I was mentioning this. But the Schumann resonance that they measure the electromagnetic field of the Earth has been very strong. All these, solar flares, that's a thing with science. I mean, these little flares of explosions come off the sun, and they say that affects everything here. It affects our electromagnetic field. Keep that in mind. There's a lot going on here that to be aware of. So when you're like, okay, I feel different because this, but what can I use? Now, this is what the angels point out, okay? Yes, there's these solar flares and there's this electromagnetic stuff like affecting me, or I feel different. What am I supposed to do with that? This is the opportune time to improve and take it up another level. That's what's happening. It's clearing out old, dense, lower vibrational frequency within our electromagnetic field, within our DNA, within our mind, body, soul, so we can go up higher. So we can take it up to another vibrational frequency that's aligning with where Earth is going. These are dimensional things that are shifting. 3D is like, it feels like you can see it. You're more aware of, all the things that are not right, That awareness that the whole world has been going through for the last several years is being aware of the blinds that we had on and we didn't even see past what was going on in 3D. As we move through fourth and into fifth, we're letting go of all that because we don't want that. We're ready to live in a higher frequency, a more positive vibration. So everybody's doing that on their own, and at the same time, the whole is going because we're all connected. I know. It's really cool. So this full moon in Sagittarius is interesting. It is a very beautiful full moon, so you want to enjoy it. It's a welcome treat after all the really intense full moons we've had. We've had quite a few super moons and really strong powerhouse moons that we've had recently. This one is going to be the last one before the eclipse season starts. So you want to enjoy this one. You want to let this one just be what it is. Enjoy this moment of restoration and getting organized on where you want to go. Eclipses, when that starts, eclipse season, and we're not in that yet, that's coming. But when we had them last year, you know what they're like. You know what those are like. That intensifies the energy even more so. So, if it's an intense moon and then you have an eclipse intense moon, yeah, it's like, in more, just powered up. I mean, that's what it does. So this full moon that's coming on June 17, this is going to help gently nudge us in the right direction. This is a good thing. So all of this month, this is a very restful month, but it's also a very productive month. It's not like we're not going to accomplish anything. We're going to accomplish a lot in a gentler energy vibration. I love that right there. When that moon comes up, if you think about, and I'm telling you some of this now, we'll go over it a little bit in upcoming shows, but what was going on for you in January of this year will help you with what's going on and what you are called to work on in the full moon or release or whatever you're doing. What was going on for you in January of 2019? Because they're kind of related. Because it's finalizing that one before the next eclipse season comes in. So, this is the energy, okay? So I'm looking at this energy from an esoteric soul focus. And then we are looking to see how we want to go forward. We work with the angels for guidance, not to tell us what to do, because that's the last thing they're going to do. They're guiding us, but we're doing a lot of work. We're working with them. They give us their energy. They give, like if you were working with Gabriel, that's going to give you the energy to work and improve your communication, creativity, art, whatever that might be. Okay, things like that. Let me see what's going on over here. I see all kinds of stuff. So we have, oh, okay. Megan's saying, interesting point about wearing the mask while asking for results and getting a masked response. Yeah, you probably will. That's a good point. Boy, you know, that is a good point. So, but we're focusing on taking our mask off. You may go out there and you're like, am I the only one without my mask on? Yeah, I feel like that sometimes. That's just what it is. And we have, welcome Karen. Karen popped in. It's good to have you, Karen. And you are so welcome. Absolutely. Let's see here. So reading up on the animal guides for the last week. Very interesting. I keep getting an elephant. What's the significance? An elephant? Wow. Have you had a lot of memory recall going on? That's immediately what just popped up. And that's without me doing like looking through a manual of power animals. I mean, I immediately just felt you have a lot of memory recall coming back. Like, that's just coming in. Wow. I don't even know if that has anything to do with the elephant, but that's what I'm picking up. Let me know. It takes a minute. We have a little bit of delay as the video comes through, so let me know. I'll come back and check. The other thing is they're very gentle. Elephants are very gentle. You look at those mannerisms of the elephant. They're very gentle. They take care of their babies. They are a group that take care of each other. They're a community. They look out for each other. I mean, you'll see one elephant mother taking care of another elephant baby, or helping out, or adopting. I mean, they have a beautiful energy. Those beautiful large animals have an amazing energy. Where is that significant for you? Because memory recall is literally what popped. Oh, there she goes. Memory recall, I've been thinking about past choices a lot. If with power animals or spirit animals, when they're coming up like that for you, or you're seeing them, what you want to do is ask to work with the energy of that spirit guide, and they will help you in that area. Because if we've been asking for assistance with things and then these are popping up for us, that's like a response to our questions or our request for assistance. So they say, well, you know what? This will help you in this way. So that's actually cool. They're very calm. They don't move around with hysteria really, unless, there's a stampede. We don't want to go there. But yes, the elephant has memory, and that's what it is for you, I think. But that's what I picked up. That's what's focusing so strong for you. So I wanted to give you that. Now I want to finish up a couple of more things. I'm going to keep going without a break because I want to finish up a couple things about June that are really kind of cool, I think. So we've talked about the full moon, and remember, that's a gentle nudge in the right direction. That's a Sagittarius moon. It's a friendly full moon. So take advantage, make the most of this not being an intense month. It would be kind of refreshing. You'll feel like, wow, I didn't have to go through so much intensity of emotion. However, on June 21st, that's when we move into the sign of Cancer, which is a water sign. We're moving out of air into water. And the water sign's a little bit more on the emotions and taking care of the home front and, connecting, and how you're channeling your energy will be a focus with that one. So that is something to keep in mind. So then that kind of pops in. That doesn't mean negative, guys. That doesn't mean negative, but it's more to get in touch with yourself, how you're feeling, which you'll be working on till you get to that point. But then when that one kicks in, now you're working more with an emotional body or a sensitivity, and how you're responding. Like, am I putting my energy into things that lift me, make me feel good, empower me, give me even more energy to do more of it? That's a big clue right there. If you're putting energy into something that gives you more energy, and then you're putting your energy into something that drains you, and now you don't have any left, and it takes you days to recuperate, all that crazy stuff, That's a really clear clue to me. Like, okay, that's not where I need to be putting my energy. Now, if you're wasting your energy on things that get you upset or things you can't control, this water sign will highlight that and let you know what it is. Use it to your advantage to go, okay, that's something that I needed to know. Okay, thank you. And go move on. Okay, that's important. That's important. So let's see what we have. Oh, you guys are, oh man, a lot of people are doing with the animals. You wouldn't believe what I've had. I've had a lot. I had 2 dragonflies in the last 2 days that they had gotten inside of a screened area, and I was trying to free them so they could be free. And we put them out. We got them out, and they came right back in. They were like, no, we're not leaving. I knew it was a message right there. And I've been getting quite a bit of large feathers. And dragonfly is a good one. You know, I love the dragonflies. That's a very transformative, sign. We have dogs. Ooh, that's a loyalty one. Dogs are loyal. Dogs are unconditional love. Immediately, that's where I'm going with that one, Amal. We have Shadana saying, I'm glad you brought that up. I usually withhold lots myself with dating, probably a defense mechanism, probably, therefore not attracting the right man. Gotta go change that. You go, girl. Yes, we need to see the true you. They need to see that, yeah. That is actually for not just dating, but for anything we have going on in life. Regular friends, in our relationships, maybe you're already in one. Do they really, yeah. And then people go, well, when I'm myself, it messes it all up. Well, did that one come together under the pretense of the mask? I mean, these are questions to ask yourself. I'm not saying that's why. I'm just saying I would ask that, because I want real, authentic things in my life. I want my relationships to be real. I want my friends to be real. I don't want to waste somebody else's time when we're just pretending. That's me, though. That's who I am. And that's what has freed me, is to be real, Now, remember, Cancer is also a very intuitive sign. Now, that's the one that's coming in on June 21st. We're moving into that energy, that water sign. It's intuitive. It's sensitive. It works with the emotions, okay? It will make sure to point out to you, are you honoring how you feel? Whoa! Are you honoring how you feel? Big one. Are you processing and releasing those emotions, or are you holding them in and they're causing more intensity? See, these are things that are so important you want to look at. Now, we also have, and I'm moving because I want to get a couple of more points out to you. Let's see, where are we? Let me get that. Okay. Okay. Now, I got all my notes here. Neptune. Neptune's kind of that's a cool one. The energy of Neptune, okay? That one is going to roll in on June 21 as well. Now, what is Neptune about? You won't feel this. I love Neptune. Neptune's in my chart a lot. But you won't feel this like real strong and intense. It's not like an Aries energy or anything like that. Neptune's all about art, creativity, music, spirituality. So if you're working, and it comes in with the water sign Cancer, at the same time, it's going retrograde. Not a bad thing, but it also works with illusion and reality. I'm spiritual. I want to work on my spiritual connection, live in my physical body, but have my spiritual connection. I need my creative side of me to open up to help me find new solutions to things in life, not just painting a picture or singing a song. Yes, it highlights those, but everybody has a creative side, whether you believe it or not. And it also is about that veil between what's real and what's not. We want to we want to go straight forward and know that this is real, this is not. If we're avoiding and we want to believe in the illusion and we're just pretending, that's kind of like the mask too, the illusion. So Neptune is interesting. It reflects back. Now remember, a retrograde pulls back a little bit so you can reflect on that energy that it brings in. This is a really good time to keep track of your dreams. Keep track of your spirit or animal guides that you guys are seeing, you know, and they're talking about that over in the chat. Everybody's seeing all kinds of stuff over there. A lot of dogs. I love dogs. I know. I know. You guys know Emmy, right? My dog. She's quiet. Now, she's almost 10 years old now. She's going to be 10 in October. And her and I, our energy is so linked, and it's amazing. The people in the neighborhood love her, and she goes house by house to check on people because she needs to know everybody's okay. It's just what she does. It's actually amazing. Now, if you journal, if you document your dreams, if you pay attention under the Neptune energy, you should see some insights that are interesting to you. Another wonderful thing is unlocking your gifts. You're going to be able to do that with all of this energy in June. This is good energy in June. It's gentle. It starts off light. It works us into different phases and aspects without feeling like it's just pounding us. And then by the time all this Cancer and this Neptune energy rolls in, you're ready to see some things come to light about you. Very good stuff. You guys are still talking about dogs. Who I love. Maddie says she's having a lot of vivid dreams. Maddie, I know it's like we need a DVR connected to our dream state, right? So we record it all. But you know, keep a journal, Maddie. You need to like pay attention to that. So if you're getting a lot of the thing with the dogs, that's really interesting. You know, where are you on unconditional love and loyalty in your life? Have you felt like people have been loyal to you, or do you struggle with commitment or being loyal? You know, it's things like that. But unconditional love is an amazing thing, because what does a dog do? That's just what they do. They love you no matter what. They accept you for who you are. And they teach you that. That's a really good one to use as an example of how spirit animal guides work. They teach you how to love yourself unconditionally and to work with that and put that out there. You want to make sure you're good with you so you can send that out into the world. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I love it. I mean, and you know what another thing is? A totem, or your power animal totem, when you're working with animals like that, and angels come that way too. Angels will come through that way too. A lot. Because, you know, they come through to the energy of what you need and how you respond and react. I've been getting a lot of feathers, and I started photographing and taking, some of these were personal ones, but different colors and different sizes, and I started going, okay, they are definitely wanting to let me know something. And they wanted to let me know that I'm safe. They wanted me to know, I mean, they were dropping at my front door, they were anchored in the back of my home, and I mean, put in like a signpost in the yard. And I thought, they're really letting me know that I'm okay, no matter what. And it helped. It helped a lot to know that with different things that pop up. Now, overall, I want you guys to know, overall, June is a very peaceful, calm month. And it gives you opportunity to dive into some really good things. Maddie's saying she's definitely writing it down, almost afraid of what some of the answers seem to be in my dreams. The thing is, let's talk about the dream thing for a minute, because that's popping up. And they do intensify around moons. If you feel moon energy, you know. What comes in a dream is what has not been processed in your conscious state, because that's your subconscious state. Also, in your dreams, this is the way that I work with them, okay? And the way I have studied this in my course, in my courses, because I'm metaphysician stuff. And energy. Energy has to process. Dreams help you process things, okay? If you haven't spent that energy out in your wake time, it's still in there, okay? And it has to process. If we didn't dream, including the nightmares, the nightmares are, oh my gosh, when they happen, but they really are good for you, believe it or not. They're good for you. They'll keep you processing and getting that energy out. So your dreams are helping you spend it and move through it. Also, your subconscious is where you want to bring that, and it's showing you what you need to know in your conscious mind. It's never about anybody else. You might have all these people in your dream, but guess what? It's not about any of them. It's about you. And it's about what your conscious state needs to know that is not aware of. It's also very metaphoric in there, okay? Very. So if you've been feeling like you need to protect yourself, like say you feel like that, and people really freak out when they find that they've, shot somebody, like, oh my God, I would never do something like that. They freak out. Well, it's showing that you're taking your power back more in a dream. It's not literal, okay? Honestly, the easiest way to work with dreams is don't take it literal. Look at the symbolic meaning of it. The colors, if you see colors. If you can lucid dreams are so cool because you're aware you're in a dream, but you stay in there, and then guess what? You're empowered to change the ending or do what you can't seem to do in your waking state, okay? Things like that. You see hawks? Hawks are, what is a hawk? Hawk, they have eyesight, they can see way ahead. They have foresight. That's foresight. I'm going quick, and the twos, lots of twos. You guys are getting a lot of stuff going on here. My goodness. This is like, and I'm almost out of time, so we're going to have to we'll roll it on into another show. Or guys, go over, we keep doing this over in the Angel Retreat if you want to too. I mean, we have a private community over there where it's all the time, every day. And you're welcome to come over and check that out and be with us in there if you want. There's a community that's private for the members, and we put extra content in there. I put fresh new meditations in there. We have live streaming. We have Zoom Q&A calls. We do readings that way that are not limited to just the show here. So I have that as well for you guys out there. But when you are going into June, honestly, if you don't write, David, I know you write, you can do this. But if you don't write, have a recording, something where you can jot down the experiences, whether you saw something like a spirit animal, a spirit guide, a feather, you keep seeing quarters or dimes or something like that, or number sequences. Jot all that down. If you are over here, some of you are in the Angel Retreat that are over in the show. If you are doing that and you want to share your experience or you want to dive into that more, put it over into the community so we can keep the chat going on with that. Definitely do that because it helps you sort it out. It's kind of like we're a sounding board for one another that way. Sometimes if you're just in there, and we're not here to try to tell you how to think or even tell you what and I'm a big believer in that. I'm not here to tell you what to think or what to do. I'm here to help you find your empowerment so you can sort it out for yourself and trust it. I'm all about you finding your way through your energy healing. I'm about you being fine-tuned and developing your own intuition and having those connections, because I feel like that is the service that you deserve from me. That's what my calling is. I specialize in the energy healing. I specialize in the angelic connection. It's anything metaphysics, anything, the spirit out. Also moving up to a higher frequency of living in fifth dimension. I mean, that's where I want to go. That's what I'm doing, which is right here. And you can tell when you're in a 5D mindset or if you're in a 3D mindset. And that one is just, wow. Okay. That one is when you start to realize, wait, now you want to hear something funny, and I'm going to tell you this really, really quick. And guys, go think about it and keep going. If you in the comments, even if you don't even want to join, we'd love to have you over an angel retreat. But if you don't want to do that, you can keep going on the chat there. But if the live chat will go away, but there's the comment section. But if this show has helped you, please share it with someone else. Please let us know. I love to hear from you guys. I love to know what you want to talk about. Take this time and make the most of it. June is a good month. It's a good month for you guys. It's a good month to take care of some things in a very loving, harmonious, gentle way, and also feel like you took a break. You took a gentle break. This is amazing. Okay? It's good stuff. I'm running out of time. I'm going to have to go. I love you guys. It has been awesome. Thanks so much, guys, for being with us and joining us over in the chat on Facebook. Thank you for joining us there. And if you're listening on audio, thanks so much for watching or listening to the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.JennRoyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.